What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast where we talk about everything going on in pop culture, from Hollywood's latest hits to those sweet-hitted indie gems and everything in between. I'm your host, Micah.
I'm your host, Ethan, and today we actually have two guest stars on, if you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
How's it going? I'm Oscar.
I'm Nolan. How's it going?
What is up, guys? So we are actually all in a film class together. We're in acting for the camera, and what do we do in that class, guys?
We act in front of a camera.
Wow. Like, usually a fake camera, though.
Yeah.
There's usually not a camera there.
I think we've actually only acted in front of a camera like 4 times.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something like that.
We're not very professional either.
We try our best. Our best.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of trauma has been built up in that class for sure.
Yes.
All right, so what's this episode called, Ethan?
The start of the Nintendo Cinematic Universe, or the NCU.
Yes, the dawn of the NCU. So we actually just watched a movie that was, I would like to say, a masterpiece. But what movie did we just watch, Oscar?
We just finished watching the Super Mario movie. That was interesting.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Soundtrack, banger.
It was
Absolutely.
a banger soundtrack. Especially like the hidden innuendos of the original Mario soundtrack, just like put into like this climactic, like action-packed soundtrack was like the good mesh, the good sandwich.
It was so
of
good.
So good. It's fabulous. So what's our takeaway, guys? What's our main, if we could sum it up in one sentence, what's your takeaway from Super Mario Bros?
That's a good question. For me, personally, in one word, it would be semi-groundbreaking, because it's bringing back, like, video game movies in general.
Mm-hmm.
So the last one in recent memory was, like, Mortal Kombat. And let's just be real, it was mid at best.
Okay, yeah. That would actually be a fun one to talk about at some point, because Mortal Kombat was a fun time. It's one that I, like, forgot pretty recent. Like, I watched it, forgot it the next day, but still had a fun time while watching it, which I guess is the definition of mid.
Then that's fair.
What do you think about it?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I will say this, though. Seth Rogen carried Donkey Kong's role.
Dude, that was actually epic. And
Seth Rogen did a really good job in that movie. I think everyone did a really good job.
yeah. So if anybody's worried about Chris Pratt taking up Mario, I think you're going to be okay. Like, he did an exceptionally good job as Super Mario. Or, why do I keep saying Super Mario?
Just Mario.
Just Mario. He did a really good job as that. I mean, at least I thought.
Like, at certain points, though, like, it was easy to, like, forget it's Chris Pratt speaking. Because, like, when you listen to, like, him talk regularly and then, like, his take on the voice of Mario in the movie, it's pretty different, but, like, in a good way.
Yeah. And, like, one way I, like, heard it explained, some film critic was talking about it. He was like, everybody, like, Mario, when it first became a character, his voice was like, "It's me, Mario." And everybody, like, grew up with that, and then they switched it to, like, "It's me, Mario." And everybody's like, whoa, like, you can't just change it. And then now everybody grew to love that. And so I just think this is going to be a new voice that everybody's going to grow to love of Mario. Like, I don't see people getting too angry about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no thoughts.
You have no thoughts? Well, we have to have thoughts. This is what the podcast is all about, having thoughts. What are some carry-away thoughts from the movie?
I don't know. I thought it was really good. Like, the comedy was really good. The audience, I wish we had a different, like, a way later showing, just because the audience was mostly children. So it was kind of...
Yeah, we got stuck in the kiddie crowd.
Yeah. Which it wasn't bad. It was loud, but at the same time, like, a movie's supposed to be loud, so...
Yeah. I thought, like, one thing... me and Nolan looked at each other when it happened. We were watching the movie, and it was a quiet moment, and all of a sudden we just hear a little kid go, meow. We're like, what a mess. Like, there was no context for it whatsoever. But, yeah, I loved the movie because, like, growing up playing the original Nintendo Super Mario Bros. And, like, all of like, especially that big. Well, first off, spoiler alerts. So go watch the movie before we talk about it. But that big training sequence was like so like reminiscent of the first Super Mario Brothers, of like just Mario himself running through like the trail and the spinning, like death-defying things.
Yeah.
Where it was just, man, it was crazy. It was like a home. I felt like I was back at home being like 6-year-old playing Mario.
And just like all like the little like things that they threw in, like that like reference back to the game.
Yeah,
It just made the movie so much better.
dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it wasn't just like the regular Mario games. Like they took things from like Mario Kart, like Mario Galaxy, like even like a little bit of Smash Bros. Especially like when like Donkey Kong was around.
Yeah,
Like of course I'm a fighting game nerd, so I'm gonna see stuff like that and get excited. Most people probably wouldn't even notice at first glance, but I did.
Yeah, for me, I loved how they did the card selection with the Mario Kart stuff. Mario Kart was one of my first video games as a kid, playing that with my little brother all the time. So I personally enjoyed how they like added those aspects of it into the movie and then combined it with all the other different Nintendo games.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was like you were saying, fighting games. Just opening up the realm of the Nintendo cinematic universe. We got to get more stuff like this now. We got to get like more fighting games, like Street Fighter kind of stuff going on
I am praying for like more video game movies of this caliber.
that are good. Because actually, people are saying video games never work out. I feel like we've gotten some bangers. I feel like Sonic was really good.
I feel like we've gotten 3 good like superhero movie franchises. So
Franchises. Okay.
well, I mean like like the Super Mario Bros. That just came out, obviously. Detective Pikachu, which I thought was very good.
Detective Pikachu.
That's one that slept on a lot, I think.
I think it's really good.
It's a really niche Pokemon game, but it's pretty good. I think they did a good job.
Okay.
And then the Sonic movies, which I think honestly are mid.
And the Last of Us TV show.
That is true.
It's a different
True.
kind of video game, but it did extremely well. And a season 2 is coming out, so that's gonna be epic. Yeah, I think it's time for video games to kind of just make their way. It's got to be well thought through though. Like you can't just say this video game is popular, let's make a movie about it. You know?
Yeah.
Like what's a video game you guys think would be a fabulous movie?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You're like Sims 2.
Sims 4 actually. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, just thinking about like pop culture in general, you can basically pull a great story out of any video games. Most video games have pretty good stories.
Yeah.
However, since it's a niche media technically, like most people wouldn't really consider their stories like good. So some that would come to mind. Let's see. There's things like Left 4 Dead that can do things. Zombie video
That's
games
true.
are obviously pretty big. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could do an extent like Call of Duty, and they're making a Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, I
So
was excited for that one.
Yeah. So actually we saw that
We saw
Last
that
week.
last weekend.
fire. I want that to become a cinematic, like not a cinematic universe, but like a franchise.
Yeah.
I think that has.
I'm like
potential.
hoping for like 2 more movies out of that.
Yeah, finish out the trilogy.
Yeah.
Give us
Trilogy,
something to hold
yeah.
on to.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was.
I still
it was
need to go see
amazing.
that.
What about you, Nolan? What's a video game you'd be like, hey, this could be a
So
movie?
this could be a fairly hot take, but I don't really know. I mean, it's a more niche video game, but Destiny. I don't know if
Okay.
you guys.
Ooh,
I don't know if you guys
okay.
play Destiny, but
Yeah.
something I play with all my friends, in middle school, high school. There's just so much lore to that game where they could easily make a series out of it, at a bare minimum a trilogy, just based off of the different types of the lore they have. Like there's so much that goes into that game, like all the hidden like Easter eggs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's so much like to be found and to be learned as you go through and find different things throughout the game. I would like to see something like that, backstory of like the last city and all of the original concepts of that game. So something like that would be cool to me.
Dang, I
That'd
think
be
that would
fire.
be sick. Did
Yeah.
you play Destiny 1 and 2?
Yeah, I was really big in Destiny 1. Destiny 2 kind of dropped off when they dropped that first DLC. It was pretty trash.
Okay.
So I stopped playing about then, got back into it a little bit, stopped playing again. But
So something that just happened. I only know this because of another podcast. Well, I don't want to say that because it is a big deal, and I've seen him in other projects. But Lance Reddick, who was a character, he played a character in Destiny. He died, passed away.
He played the bellman in John Wick as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they did like a memorial in the Destiny game. Like a bunch of characters came and like
they
honored his memory.
And
Yeah.
they like surrounded his like in-game character and all that. I thought
Yeah.
that was nice.
That is nice. That's like just the gaming community united for
Yeah.
once. It's a beautiful thing to see. Yeah, but Lance Reddick did a lot of really cool stuff that it is kind of sad to see that happen. But yeah, so that would be sick. A Destiny film. Also, Five Nights at Freddy's is getting a film.
I was
That's
about to say that. I was about to be
Yes.
like, I'm kind of excited for FNAF.
Oh my gosh, I am like, what over Christmas break I was bored and I started writing a script for Five Nights at Freddy's. That's how you know you've reached a point of nerdom that you can't come back from.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Getting Matthew Lillard back. Let's go.
I mean, they basically already have a FNAF movie out, Willy's Wonderland,
We
with
don't.
Nicolas Cage.
No, Ethan. Shh, don't do that.
Great movie. Everybody go watch that movie.
No, please don't. I beg of you. I would rather watch.
It's free on Hulu right now.
I mean,
Go watch it.
that's fair. That's fair. If it's free, might as well just sit through it just so you can like make fun of it,
Yeah.
It can't be any worse than anything on Netflix. So
bro. Kissing Booth was an amazing film.
okay, I'll give you that one. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. Kissing Booth was pretty good.
It's a very good character trait to admit when you're wrong.
Here is a crazy stat about the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Okay.
So box office opening day
Mhm.
made the exact or $6 million less than Dungeons and Dragons made in its opening weekend.
Really?
Just Wednesday night, Super Mario Bros. Made $31 million. Dungeons and Dragons made $37 million in its opening weekend.
Dang.
It's impressive.
I don't know exactly what goes into that, but I feel like that's because it's an animated film. Animated films usually play underdog when it comes to box office performance, especially when it's going against something that's as eclectic as Dungeons and Dragons and is live action and has big players in it, you know?
Well, no, I'm saying Super Mario Bros. Has made more money total
Oh,
than Dungeons and Dragons made in its first opening weekend.
really?
Yes, and it's only been out for a day.
Wow. Okay, I completely misread what you were saying. Then I take back everything I said.
Well, that's just the
It's
thing.
well deserved.
It's probably more nostalgia playing into it. Like
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons is a very niche thing. It's actually started popping up into like popularity more recently in the past couple of years. Mario has been popular for decades,
Yeah.
so it's definitely nostalgia.
It
at
pans
work.
across like generations.
Yeah,
Like your like grandfather knew of it. Now you're like the little kids are playing it on their whatever they're playing it on.
Switches.
Switch, yeah. What?
Guys, I have some news.
What
There's a
is the news?
Minecraft movie coming out.
Dude, I saw that with Jason Momoa.
yeah, baby.
As the lead.
I
Jason
didn't see
Momoa
that.
is leading a Minecraft movie.
It would be
Dude, what? I mean, he's the only person I could see punching a tree and it actually breaking like you do in Minecraft. He just goes out there. He's like, I hate everything. And just goes ham on a tree.
He just like lifts an eyebrow and like a guitar riff plays. Just
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with that movie. Are they gonna bring back like oh man, what was his name? There was Steve as the main, and then there was
Alex.
Alex, yeah.
I thought it was Hero Brian.
Oh,
Hero
right.
Brian would be the
Oh,
he would
with
be
like the
main
wide
villain.
eyes.
The villain?
sort of-
Yeah.
Yeah, like the evil Steve that just floated around. I wonder if that's the narrative they're gonna take with it.
That's a good question.
Currently the tagline is the Ender Dragon sets out on a path of destruction, prompting a young girl and a group of unlikely adventurers to set out to save the overworld. So I think it's going to be Alex fighting the Ender Dragon.
Okay, that's interesting.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
If there's one video game I have a very hard time seeing being live action, would be Minecraft.
It's kind of difficult just because of, the whole concept of Minecraft is everything
Yeah.
is like blocky,
Yeah,
right? Everything's cubes.
and
Not sure how you're going to do that with a live action film.
Well, it's not impossible, Something I thought that used to be very impossible was like any idea of like an actual Lego movie. But the direction they took it was very interesting. They took the concepts of like building things together with the bricks.
But that was animated.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we're talking about like a live action Minecraft movie.
Live action.
I don't think it's live action.
Oh, that's not what it was? I thought it said live
Yeah,
action.
I think if it's live action, it's not
I
going
think
to do
it-
very well.
Oh yeah, if it's live
All I
action.
see
it
is
probably
just Minecraft. Like there's no like
Dude,
anything on it
won't.
yet.
Okay. Well,
If
if
it-
they're smart about it, they'll probably go about animating it.
they would definitely need to do an animated. Let me
Yeah.
see if it is live action.
Yeah, I just don't think that's something you could do in a live action scenario. Just because of the way the video game works in general, I don't think it would work. You'd have to animate that.
I agree. Yeah.
It
Otherwise,
says live
otherwise
action.
it's
Oh
wow.
boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
Yikes.
Okay. Yikes.
Dude, it's just gonna be like
either-
a real world.
Yeah. Either they
situation.
need to have like the greatest like graphic design
Yeah,
ever,
yeah.
or they're gonna struggle. Like the VFX artists need to go like
Yeah.
overtime on that, or
Yeah, that's gonna be weird. Like just cutting down a tree with a wooden axe.
Or just punching one.
I'm
it
afraid
just
to
breaks.
see what a live action creeper looks like.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
or
yeah,
a
you're right.
A live
Yeah.
action Enderman, dude, would be terrifying.
Like a dragon. Okay, yeah, we've seen dragons before, but like, come on, I don't know what to expect. Like a giant green four-legged thing. I don't
They
even
just
know.
yeah.
blows up.
Is it gonna be like a curvy dragon, like a like a Lord of the Rings type dragon, or is it just gonna be a bunch of cubes? Like that's what I
Yeah.
want to know.
Oh, did y'all see the movie Pixels?
Pixels?
Yes.
I
Great
wonder
movie.
if that's what they'll take with it. They'll make everything pixelated. while
Honestly,
like the people
That's
are
an
still
interesting
real.
take.
That would be weird.
That would be weird, but I think it's interesting. It's
Yeah.
probably the better way to go about like a live action version.
As long as we get Adam Sandler in the movie, I'm
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Just Adam Sandler needs to be Steve.
Okay, so which animated movie do you guys like better? Super Mario Bros. Or Puss in Boots? The Last
That's a
Wish.
good question. I'm gonna have to say Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots, no question about it.
Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to think of which one I could watch more than the other one. I think Puss in Boots, like the animation style, like the narrative, no one saw it coming. No one saw Puss in Boots being that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I knew Super Mario Brothers was going to be a good time, and it was a good time. So it met my expectations when Puss in Boots exceeded my expectations because the expectations were low. So I don't know. It's a hard choice. I think they hold two different places in my heart.
That's fair. I'm going to go with Puss in Boots, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I got to go Super Mario Brothers with this one.
3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just hear my mic cut out, and then I just like never heard from again.
He's gone.
Dang. Yeah. So one thing that I was like very much enjoying was the fact that Jack Black was Bowser, and
Oh,
the
boy,
the
yeah.
musical number that we got.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. His Peaches song, for those who don't know, he actually wrote his own song that he played in the movie. It's an interesting song, to say the least. I mean,
It's a masterpiece.
yeah.
Masterpiece.
It's
Yeah.
something you would expect Jack Black to write. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying that in a bad way. Jack
Yeah.
Black is just good at whatever he does.
Yes,
He
He's,
touches anything and it just turns into greatness.
Yeah.
dude. If Jack Black was like the pilot of my airplane, having no previous experience, I'd be like, he's gonna get me where I need
Yeah.
to go.
You could say he's a jack of all trades.
Ah.
And that's it for Nolan. Goodbye.
Yeah, going home now.
No, yeah, for real. Like, when, like, I couldn't hear him being Jack Black for most of the film until
Yeah.
he sang, and then when he sang, I was like, "That's my boy."
Yep,
That's
exactly.
Jack Black.
Better musical number than Whiplash. I'm totally joking. Do not take that seriously.
Now that's a statement.
That is a statement. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, quite
Those-
the take.
Yeah, but that
Sit
was
down,
really good.
Miles Teller. No, I'm kidding.
And this is really weird, but you know how like people get like weirdly attracted to animated characters? You get like people that like were swooning.
not.
Okay,
Oh,
no,
no.
listen,
Do
listen,
not.
listen.
No.
Okay, you
No.
know what? I will play devil's advocate. I will be the one to hear you out. Go for
Okay,
it.
thank you. I'm not saying I am. I'm saying like Lady Vitruvius from like the Resident Evil 8, like all those memes about how like she was
Oh,
attracted.
yeah, yeah.
So like I just can see that happening with this movie. Is all I'm saying with Peach.
I mean, everyone fell in love with Bowsette when that first came out. So
Oh God.
Yes. So I'm just calling it. I'm saying that's the move that's going to happen. I'm not saying I will be a part of the movement, although I will
okay.
secretly advocate. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I love the animation style. It was good.
I will give you this. They did make a good choice picking Anya Taylor-Joy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Peach is
Yeah.
high, but Anya Taylor-Joy?
Have y'all seen The Northman?
I have, dude.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
That was
She's
really
great
good
in that movie.
The fight scene, the single shot fight scene from that movie where they like harness the
up, yeah.
wolves and jump
Dude.
over the wall. Bro, he catches that spear and throws it back.
Dude, I love that.
It's insane. It's a great movie.
It's a movie I didn't ask for, but god dang, it was so good. It was so good.
Literally, I came home from college. My friend was like, "Have you seen The Northman?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "We're going tonight." And he just like pulled me along. It was like just the weirdest experience, but I didn't hate it. I appreciate him for doing that. Yeah. So let's just rate Super Mario Brothers, because Rotten Tomatoes, we're not going to pay attention to it. It gave it like a 50 something, I think. Yeah. What was it? 54% on Rotten Tomatoes, and audience score is 96. But us, as men who love movies, what do we rate this?
Are we going to do this as like a star score or like a percentage score?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
1 out of 75. No, I'm just kidding. Like, yeah, 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it a solid 7.
Okay. Okay.
Like it's not perfect, but it's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It definitely has its flaws, but gosh, it has its highs as well. I personally think 7's a good rating.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to that in just a second, but we're gonna jump over to Ethan. What do you think?
I gave it an 8.5.
Ooh. Oh, on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still gotta do my letterbox.
When you're that accurate, I'm like, yeah, he did Letterboxd. For
Yeah.
that. All right. Okay. What about you, Nolan?
Probably give it an 8. I mean, nostalgia carries it pretty
Yeah.
hard. Like, if the whole nostalgia factor wasn't taken into account, I'd probably give it like a 6.
Okay.
But I mean, it was a pretty solid film for what it is. Animated film, more
Yeah.
directed towards a kids audience. It was a solid film.
Okay.
Nostalgia carries it though,
It does.
in my mind at least.
And I think they knew that. Like, just
Yeah.
watching that movie, they knew what
Yeah.
they were doing. I would give it a 9
That's valid.
if I had to. But yeah, it's just because it's that nostalgic for me, I feel like. But what were you going to say?
I honestly think that the visuals and like the CGI carried that movie so hard.
The coloration of that. Okay,
The
so
lighting was so good.
when they're in Boston at the beginning of the film.
Manhattan,
It was Brooklyn, actually.
Brooklyn. Sorry.
Brooklyn? Was it?
Yeah,
Brooklyn?
I think it was Brooklyn.
Okay, they're in Brooklyn. I knew it started with a B, guys. So, so they're walking in Brooklyn, and it's when the sewer is overflowing, and the reflection of the town lights on the water as they're walking, like the green and the it was beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
animation has come so far.
Attention to detail.
Oh my gosh, dude, it was
And
chef's
then-
kiss.
And then right at the beginning, when Bowser's ship is going down to the penguin
Yes.
army, the fire on that ship looks so good.
Yeah, that's when I knew we were in for a good time, because you get the visuals are at peak at that point. The voice acting is immaculate, and then you get the comedy with the penguins coming out with
Yeah.
like their snowballs. And they're like, "There's more where that came from.
Do you
surrender?"
concede? Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, I think the colors on that film were pretty good. The way they
Yeah.
just did their general editing. I mean, especially since they had to compete with something that they just released, like Puss in Boots, right? So they just released a very Into the Spider-Verse style animation.
Yeah,
Going back to something that is not like that. I mean, it's kind of a bold move, because I think people seem to think that the animation style was going to be very, very like centered towards that new style of animation for a long time. And to see a brand new animated film right after two of these like really, really good films not do that, it's like, okay, well, that was a bold move, and I think it worked out
Yeah,
for the way the
for
movie
sure.
the way the movie turned out. I think it was the right move.
Yeah, for sure. I think they were just kind of showing like, hey, this animation style still works, and it's used for this specific reason, because I can't see Mario being in any other animation style than what they gave us. It was just like a more fresher version of the video game, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, if they try to put him in like the comic looking like animation style that's like in
Like Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse,
Yeah,
it would not
it just
fit at all.
doesn't fit.
Which
Exactly.
the new Ninja Turtles are kind of doing that, which I'm excited for that.
I'm pumped for that.
They,
Yeah,
they definitely
that-
fit
that
that
looks
sort
so
of
good.
art style.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
'cause
Because
Go
you
ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Ninja Turtles is very like comic-y in
Yes.
the way they do
Yep.
their stuff, especially if you watch like the earlier TV shows on what was it? Was it Nintendo?
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon
I think.
Network,
I
or
think.
it was either them or
Cartoon Network and
yeah.
then Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
shortly.
Nickelodeon took over for a while. If you watched a lot of that stuff, they did a lot of like comic book related, like animating style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to the extent of Spider-Verse, but it's like seeing them like try to go like all the way into that. I think it'll work out really, really well.
I think so too. And there's one comic book that I've been wanting to read from Ninja Turtles. I'm just going to suggest it. And it's called The Last Ronin.
Ooh.
Have you read it?
I have actually. That's the.
Heard of this.
I'm not big into comic books. However, I heard how good it was, and I've read a bit of it.
Is it good?
It's crazy. It's like a. I'm trying to describe it. It's a mix of like Batman, Ninja Turtles, and then like Old Man Logan. If you've ever read those X-Men comics,
Yeah.
Ooh.
it's a mixture of that. It's insane.
So the premise is, not Michelangelo. Is it Michelangelo?
yeah, it is
Yes.
Michelangelo.
All the other Ninja Turtles die, and Michelangelo's the last one alive, and he becomes this darkened, like, vigilante.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah, dude. It like the whole premise of it looks amazing. The art of it looks amazing. I want to see it. But going back, Oscar, you said you give it a 7 because there's flaws. What is the flaws? Like if you could pinpoint a few of the main ones.
Looking back on it now, one of the bigger flaws for me is the pacing. It's not necessarily that it's slow. It's a bit too fast for my taste.
Okay.
Right, and it for the considering with the movie it's in, like a lot of people already know like who Mario is, so they don't really need to go outright explaining his story. However, you can tell they're trying to build lore for this movie that can potentially go on to other movies.
Yeah.
Like not only with like Mario and Luigi, like what they do in the real world.
Yeah.
They're also trying to like pinpoint like Princess Peach's origin because like spoiler alert in the movie, like as a child, she came to the Mushroom Kingdom and was raised by the Toads.
Okay.
So that's just assuming she's from Earth or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they also hinted at another universe, right? So that could get into what's the other female character from I think it was from Galaxy. Like Rosalina, my bad. I forget what she came from.
Oh.
Super Mario
Yeah.
Galaxy.
I think
Super
she was
Mario
Galaxy,
Galaxy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of hinted at that a little bit, just when they said there's like when they had the scene where they like looked up in the stars and they were like, there's infinite, and Peach was like, there's infinite galaxies out there,
Yeah.
and
So they're just building that.
yeah,
up.
yeah, exactly. I think they left a decent amount open for another movie, so I think building the lore is kind of important,
Yeah.
especially for those who are literal kids or people who have not played the video games.
I also do think that the pacing was like handled correctly for a children's movie.
Mm.
Like it
Yeah.
is so hard to have children sit down and just watch a movie.
Yeah.
But
we learned that tonight.
yeah,
For real.
but I feel like most of the children in there were like pretty calm. Like they weren't like,
They were invested.
"Mom, please, can we just leave?"
Dude, I turned around and the little girl behind me was literally dancing. I was like, she's enjoying this movie.
Yeah.
And I support that. But no, I get where you're coming from. Like, yes, I think the pacing they had to be quick because it's a kids movie. But the nostalgia is what carries it for the older generation, I think. And that's where
That's
the
true.
balance
Yeah,
came through.
yeah.
But what you were kind of hitting at, Oscar, and I felt this too, was there was a lot of contrivance. Like, they knew where they needed to get, so they were just going to throw things in the mix. Like, when Mario first appears in Mushroom Kingdom, it's like no reaction whatsoever. He's like, okay, yep, just torn out of Earth. Now there's a talking mushroom. I'm good to go. Let's go find Luigi.
He's scared
Yeah.
for like 2 seconds, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, let's go."
Yeah, I feel like there needed to be a little bit more of, oh my gosh, what is this world? What am I doing
Yeah.
here? Like, there needed to be a little bit more build up. And especially Luigi had the same thing. Like, obviously he was scared, but I don't think the fear came from a place of, I'm in a new world. All these things are, it was literally, he's just afraid of everything. So it was a part of his character
Yeah.
archetype.
Yeah.
So I think there needed to be more of a reaction. Even leading into the end, when like their parents came up and they're like, "Oh, look at our boys." A literal giant turtle spaceship landed on your Earth, and now a giant monkey is group hugging with you. Like,
Yeah, nobody questioned the talking monkey. Like nobody questioned that. Or
They just saw Seth Rogen. They're
yeah,
like, okay.
or the angry turtle guy. Yeah.
Whoa,
Saw Seth
Angry
Rogen.
Turtle. Hey, it's Seth Rogen.
They're like, what in the Seth Rogen? Hey.
And he's just.
You didn't even really see Donkey Kong as Donkey Kong. You just heard Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
And I don't know if that made it like worse or better.
dude, it made it so much better.
I haven't decided
I
yet. It's
literally
like I
just
don't
felt-
see. Yeah.
I literally just felt like it was Seth Rogen just in a like gorilla costume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's just my thing. I felt like there was a lot of contrivance, like even just the fact of how they got there. Oh, there's a water leak. Oh my gosh, the pipe breaks. We crash through a wall. We find a hidden pipe. Whoa, we're in the world now. You know, it's like
Yeah, there was no time like for reaction.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm fine with fast pacing, but at least lead me there organically.
Yeah.
You know, but the nostalgia still carried it through for me. It was just a fun time. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it a lot. But yeah, I also liked the little bit of Luigi Mansion that was thrown in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was super
I
nice.
love Luigi Mansion.
It's such a fun.
I've
game.
only played the first one. I know there's like a second one. I couldn't
I'm
really
pretty
get
sure
into it.
4.
There's 4? Wow.
There's 3 or 4 now. It's crazy.
The more you know.
They just keep going, bro.
Yeah.
They keep going.
First
good
one will
time.
never be beat though.
Take your word for it.
Yeah. So it was a good movie, good time. Highly recommend. If you aren't doing anything in the next few days, go see it because it's a fun time. What's up?
Take your kids.
Yes, that's actually
If you
what
don't
I'm
have kids,
about to do.
pick some kids off the street. Just take them there.
Yeah.
Um,
Kidnap people to go see this movie.
Probably would not suggest that.
why did you kidnap that kid? The podcast told me to.
Yeah. For
They
legal
told us
reasons.
to bring them to the movie.
My lawyer just advised me that
Yeah.
no, you should not pick children off the street.
Yeah. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
For legal and moral reasons.
Those aren't important. Just legal.
All right, so we're gonna get into a little bit of a game time.
This is the first game time we've had on the podcast.
Yeah.
baby.
So if this is something that is enjoyable, we might, bring it back a few times. So this game is actually name the movie that the quote is from. So I'm going to say a movie quote. You guys tell me what movie it's from. I don't actually know how we're going to do this, who's going to answer it, but what do you guys think?
I think you just give us like one each, just go around in a circle, and then we just go around in a circle again. Just do 2 each, but like you just directly tell each one of us a quote.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying at all?
Yes, I do. Okay, so the first one, we're going to start a little bit easy. Ethan, this is for you.
Okay.
The quote is, "To infinity and beyond."
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Toy Story, obviously.
Dude, if you said Lightyear,
Would that technically be correct? Or?
I don't. Did he say it in the movie?
I don't know. I didn't watch
Can't
it.
remember.
I
can't-
refuse
yeah.
to watch that movie.
I haven't
They
watched
did.
It
They-
didn't
they
pique
did
my
say it.
interest, so
Yeah, it
that's why
didn't.
I wouldn't know.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Did
I
he
heard
say to infinity and
Mhm,
beyond?
yeah.
Okay.
I heard like the twist was like weird, but other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to see Zurg there, so that would have been the only reason I would have gone and saw it.
Well, that was the twist.
Yeah, that Zurg was him.
Yeah, just from the future.
Yeah, that's stupid. Make
Yeah,
him be
so
his
dumb.
dad. Like, come on, that makes no sense.
Zurg is literally him.
Yeah, it's
Himothy himself.
him if he watched too much anime when he was little. Just turns to a darker version of.
Yeah,
Buzz Lightyear.
basically.
All right, here we go, Oscar. This one's for you. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I don't know. I'm kidding. Home Alone 1.
Dude, yeah, if there's gonna be some of these that if you don't get, you're not a movie person. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's valid.
I just have a bad memory. Like,
That's what you're gonna write it off in?
yeah, like I'll forget it, and then it'll hit me at like 2 a.m. probably, like tomorrow,
Oh, yeah.
and I'll just remember what it is. It's like that's what it was.
Like you're just sipping on your coffee and like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, I didn't need to look like a total idiot on the podcast.
All right, Nolan, this is for you. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
I don't know, man.
All right, let me give you
it's
some options.
familiar.
La La Land, Forrest Gump, or Castaway?
Is it from Forrest Gump?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Good job. Good job. All right, we're circling it back to Ethan. You guys got a point. Nolan, You get a half a point.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right, Ethan, you ready?
I am ready. Yes.
I will make him an offer he can't refuse.
That could be from any movie ever.
No, dude, you gotta get this one, bro.
Give me some options.
All right, it's either from The Verdict, The Godfather, or The Irishman.
I'm gonna go with Godfather.
It is The Godfather. Good job. Good job.
Haven't seen that movie.
It's a great movie.
I don't think I would have gotten that. Real talk.
Cinematography in that film is great.
Yeah.
I've heard it is a
I know
fantastic
It
movie.
is very good.
Because I only hear is, I'm going to give him an offer he can't refuse. All I hear is his voice, Marlon Brando's voice.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, Oscar. Good morning, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Dude,
Great movie.
I
I
love
love
that
this movie.
The Truman Show.
Let's
My
go.
favorite Jim Carrey movie.
Dude. When I hear, I'm a screenwriting major, so when I hear my teacher say make an original idea, I always think of The Truman Show, because that was just such an original idea.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of things going around that same arena of your whole existence of a fabrication of a TV show.
Yeah. Jim Carrey doesn't do a lot of serious roles. I think he did a really good job with this role.
But the one time
the one
Truman Show, Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, when he does a dramatic role, he does a dramatic role.
Yeah, it's so good.
He does not falter. All right, Nolan, here you go. Here's the quote. I see dead people.
Jeez, man, that's okay. I'm not good with my quotes, dude.
No, it's all good. Just use one of your senses and
Yeah. Okay.
come up with the idea.
I'm thinking it's from. It sounds like something Deadpool would say, but I don't think I'm nearly in the ballpark here at all.
All right, I'll give you some options. It's either Signs, The Sixth Sense, that was hard to say. The Sixth Sense, or Source Code.
I haven't seen any of those movies actually.
Dude.
Yeah,
It's okay. Just guess.
we're gonna say The Sixth Sense.
Let's go. That's it.
Okay, I'm good at guessing, I guess.
Yes. M. Night Shyamalan. He actually directed both Signs and The Sixth Sense. I don't think he directed Source Code, but those are two really good movies. It is one of the only movies that does the whole, oh no, it was all in your mind. They never really existed.
I hate that trope.
Sixth Sense is one that does it well, and it's
Okay.
acclaimed for it. All right, here we go.
I got some quotes for you.
For me,
For you.
dude. Are these gonna be hard ones? If they are, I'm gonna be scared.
No, I'm pretty sure you'll get this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it in the voice that the character did it in. Wilson.
That's gonna be from Castaway.
Correct.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. All right, Ethan, here we go.
All right.
Snakes? Why did it have to be snakes?
I'm not sure which in the series it is, but Indiana Jones.
Yes, sir. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That is
Wow.
correctamundo. All
Great
right.
movies.
Let's see. Let's keep going. We'll do a few more. Let me see. All right, here we go. Are you ready, Oscar?
Let's do it.
This one is, the rug really tied the room together.
The rug really tied the room together. There's no way I'm this uncultured. Oh. All right, give me a few options here. Help me out.
All right, let me give you a few options. Is it A, A Serious Man, B, Fight Club, or C, The Big Lebowski?
Shoot, I think isn't it Fight Club?
No, it's The Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. That's okay, Oscar. That's okay. We forgive you.
But will
All
I
right.
forgive myself? I'm kidding.
That's a personal issue. I think you got to figure out for yourself.
That's fair.
Let me go get a few more. I don't even know what this is. All right, here we go, Nolan. You looking at it, bro?
I'm not looking at you.
You're just
Okay.
cheating. All right, here's the quote. You got this one.
Okay.
The quote is, "You're gonna need a bigger boat."
Dude, I'm forgetting everything tonight.
Bro, you got this. Here, let me give you a hint. Da-da.
Jaws.
There you go.
Okay.
Maybe a bit too easy.
That was a bit too easy of a hint.
All right.
I got a Disney quote for you.
All right, let me get it. Here, hit me with it.
Here, let me actually look at a couple, and I'm gonna pick Which one I think you won't get? Your only limit is your soul. What I say is true. Anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great.
Bro, that's got to be from my favorite movie, Cars 2. I'm just kidding. It's from
Correct.
Ratatouille.
Yes, correct. Who said it?
Huh?
Who said it?
Mr. Gusto.
That's true.
Yes, sir.
Attaboy.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Pixar is my jam. When I was little, I wanted to be to make Pixar movies. That's what I wanted to do for like my entire life.
That was the dream.
That
Then
was
I
the
found
dream.
out how much animation sucks.
And then I found out how much. Yeah, it was just like a bunch of. No. What it was they came out with one movie that made me so sad that Pixar would release it that I just backed away completely.
Whoa.
Which movie?
What movie
I'm
was it?
guessing Up.
No,
I'm gonna guess Wally.
Up was amazing, bro.
Oh, I thought you meant like a sad movie.
No.
We're talking like a trashy movie.
We're talking
is
about
that
like a trashy
okay.
movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just think
Turning
of.
Red.
Soul. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it was Turning Red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Turning
was
Red
like,
was
The
pretty bad.
worst Pixar movie.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was very controversial.
which it shouldn't have been.
It really shouldn't have.
It's
You-
about a girl turning into a giant red panda, and people were like, "This is like." People got divided
This is
over.
disgusting. Like,
Yeah, I
whatever.
mean, it was just because Disney was really political at that, and they still are political. Like,
Yeah, we're
Just
probably
give
gonna have
us
to
a
deal with that
movie.
forever.
oh my gosh, dude,
Yeah.
and it's not working out.
people
for
just
'em.
hated that it was just like a girl going through puberty and then she just turns into a panda. Like,
Which-
because they added the, like, just the puberty part, people hated it.
And I get it. Like, I understand. Like, I don't want to go to the movie to see an allegorical film about a girl, going through puberty.
That is not, yeah, I mean, that's not what I expect from Pixar.
No, because Pixar gives us such amazing animated films that show like a magnifying glass on the beauty of life.
Yes.
And that was not what we got with.
Yeah,
Turning
that
Red.
seemed like a political play for a decent part of it.
No, for sure. It was. Well, you get what you paid for. I guess the movie ticket we saw that with. No, I don't even think I went to the movies for that one. I
No,
think I saw that at my
no.
home.
I saw that movie for free and I still felt ripped off.
Yeah, I didn't even finish it.
All right, who's next? You?
Oh, are we going to keep going?
Yeah, but you got one more
All
round.
right, sure.
Because I think you got how many points? 4?
I think 2.5, 3.5, something like that.
3.5. All right. Well, here's the next quote: "A game for those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind."
Oh,
It rhymes. I'm going to go with the Lorax. I have no idea.
Bro.
It rhymes, so I just went with like a Dr. Seuss.
Wait, could you repeat it one more time? I'm not saying.
A game for those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind.
If I can name it, do I steal his points?
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
can I jump
Isn't
in?
it Jumanji?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's
We should
Jumanji.
actually have done that. Like, if you couldn't name it, someone else can
Yeah.
snag the point.
I was waiting to sneak in there. It's like the one thing I actually knew.
You knew it? Let's
Yeah.
go, Nolan. Yeah,
Well
Jumanji.
accomplished.
All right, here's the next one for you, Oscar. You is kind. You is smart. You is important. That wasn't a movie quote. I just felt like you needed to pick me up. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, repeat it for me one more time.
You is kind. You is smart. You is important.
Dude, okay. The way you said it, you sound like Stanley from The Office. And it's throwing me off. I can't think. You can help me out here.
All right, so I will give a brief glimpse into what this movie is. It is a dramatic telling of a period of time where segregation was prevalent. And the name of the film,
I just looked this up. I would never get it.
I love this movie. There's a scene in it where a person makes a poop cake.
Poop. I don't.
Yeah, I
It's
have no
called The
idea.
Help.
The Help.
Yeah.
I've never seen.
Never
that.
seen it.
No,
It's a
great
never
movie.
seen it.
You know, let me take a look at it. Like, can you pull up a...
All right. Nolan, this is you, my friend.
All right.
The quote is,
Dude, I haven't
Houston,
seen that movie.
we have a problem.
Can I steal it?
Go, knock yourself out. It's gonna take me a minute.
Apollo 13.
Yes. Fun fact: Houston, we have a problem was not the line that he was given. He was given like, we have a problem, something, Houston, and like it was this long line, and then he just like couldn't remember the line, so he just said, Houston, we have a problem, and then
And it
now,
just stuck.
yeah, now it's like that's what everybody like when they think of a
Interesting.
spaceship, that's the line they think of.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
All right, so that's the game, I guess.
Or do
Yeah.
you want to do one, Micah? You want to get one more out
Do you
of
want to do one more?
Sure. If somebody's got one for me,
I've got one.
You
For
got
Alright,
one
alright.
for me?
Now this is like an old movie. All right, let's see how we do here. Play it, Sam. Play as time goes by.
Play it, Sam. Play as time goes by. Oh man. Dang, that sounds familiar.
It's a good movie. Okay.
Do you feel like I've seen it? Have I seen it before? You think?
You took Intro to Cinema, right?
Yes.
Then your teacher might have shown you this.
We didn't watch movies.
I
No?
Is it
did not see this in Intro to Cinema.
Is it Citizen Kane?
That's close. I'll give you one more guess because you were really close.
Singing in the Rain?
No, it's Casablanca.
Ah, dang it.
But you have seen Casablanca, right? You
Yeah,
seem like
yeah,
the kind of
yeah.
guy.
I've seen Casablanca. Dang, I'm kind of sad we're ending the game. Guess what the next quote is, guys? And you all can say what this one is.
Go for it.
You like jazz?
B movie.
Oh, I was gonna do all on three, but
Oh, 3, 2.
the
B movie.
Oh my gosh, the B movie. I love the quote, the yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, hey, black and yellow.
Yeah, and it's the exact same shirt. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Hello.
Dude, that's such a good movie. That's goated. Oh man. All right, Nolan, this is your redeeming. If you get this one right, you win everything. Are you ready?
Yeah.
May the force be with you,
Every Star Wars movie ever made.
bro. Yes, there you go.
Thanks.
No one won.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
I'll take it.
Dang. All right, is there anything else we got to talk about today, Ethan?
I mean, I was gonna bring up just like what movies in like the next like couple months are you guys excited for?
Oppenheimer.
Across
I'm pumped as well.
You know what one we're thinking about. I need you to say it, Nolan.
Barbie.
Let's
Barbie.
go.
We need to bring back the Minions Rise of Gru suit and tie.
Yeah.
Like,
But we're all pink.
We're sending out
Yes.
the message. Everyone dress up in a suit and tie and dye your hair pink for the Barbie premiere.
Yes.
Oh, and go
Yes.
on rollerblades.
yes. that could be a disaster, but it's okay.
Dude, if I'm like an employee at a movie theater and I just see a swarm of men in suits with pink hair rollerblading up to me,
With Barbie tickets in their hands, I'm quitting my job.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Run.
Just like I don't get paid enough for this. I'm out.
Dude.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's valid.
That's actually going to be such a good movie. So the Barbie, what about you, Ethan? What's a movie you're really prepped and hyped for?
I have two. So Oppenheimer, I'm probably the most excited about,
Mm-hmm.
and then Guardians of the Galaxy V3. I'm
Yes.
scared. I'm scared about this movie.
Yes,
If
same.
it's not good, I'm quitting the MCU. I'm not watching another MCU movie.
That's fair.
I got to actually look, because y'all have said a lot of the upcoming ones. I want to see what are more so I can make my pick be more prevalent. Oh, I'm surprised we didn't say this one. Into the Spider-Verse 2.
Oh my God, yeah.
Across
Yeah.
the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Yeah, Across the
exactly.
Spider-Verse. I'm
Uh,
super excited for
I
that
think the
one.
trailer came out like what, Tuesday or something? Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon
a new
as I
one
saw
came out,
it,
like,
I'm so
couple days ago.
excited.
Okay, this is the one I'm actually excited for. The Flash.
Really?
Ooh,
I'm hyped for The Flash.
I'm excited. I am not as hyped as you are, but I know you are.
I
so
think they
hyped.
could. I think they could do a good job with it. But DC recently, I don't know. I mean, the Batman movie was really, really good.
Yeah.
But it's like the whole like them restarting the DCEU or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm excited about it. We talked about this in our last podcast, but I think James Gunn and Peter Safran are going to do really good things with it because James Gunn knows how to handle a culminative cast. You see that in Guardians of the Galaxy. You
Yes.
see that in the Suicide Squad. Like, he knows how to take an eclectic group of characters and formulate them into a movie and a narrative that's funny, that works. I think he's going to do a good job.
I'm hoping so for the sake of DC.
Yeah.
I mean, even though
For the sake of all of us.
Yeah.
In our love for cinema.
I mean, even though Marvel's kind of been dropping off, I mean, for a while there,
Yeah.
Marvel's been pretty much on top of DC in almost every way.
I feel like they're still on top, even with how bad they're doing.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
with the way Marvel is right now.
But this is the time. This is the time for them to come back and make it strong. You got like, okay, so this is something I wanted to ask because we have 3 big animated studios like pining after, and we're getting good things from a lot of them. We just got Illumination with Super Mario Bros. We got DreamWorks with Puss in Boots, and Pixar has not given us anything really great in the past.
Yeah.
But which one, if you guys were like, if you had to live the rest of your life only watching movies from one animated studio, what would it be? You can't do Blue Sky because they went out of business.
DreamWorks all the way.
DreamWorks?
All the way. Their characters are just so much better
That's fair.
in like
That's fair.
in every way.
Can I watch previous movies from all 3, or do I have to stick with one? Like
Like going forward.
No, you have to stick with one.
Pixar.
Pixar? Oh. 'Cause-
Even though they haven't released good stuff recently,
But you're holding on to all those good ones.
just Cars 2, Cars 3, all great movies. Toy
Cars
Story.
2?
Yes.
Cars 2 is not a good
You,
movie.
No.
you need to rewatch that movie.
It's
It
an
really
interesting
was.
you need to rewatch that
I'm with
movie.
the-
It
I'm with
wasn't
you.
good.
I'm with Ethan
Cars
on
2
this one.
feels like a midnight special that you would see on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
It should
You
not
need-
have been a movie.
You
Yes.
need to
That's okay.
rewatch that movie.
Okay, the way I see the Cars like trilogy, it's Lightning McQueen needs to win this race. Mater is killing people. Lightning McQueen needs to win this race. And
Yeah.
honestly, I enjoy that. I personally thought Cars 2 was pretty good. And I'm with
Yeah.
Ethan on this one. I have to live with Pixar. I grew up with Pixar.
Okay. Okay, and you said DreamWorks.
DreamWorks,
Are you sticking with that?
100%,
Alright.
all the way.
Micah?
I'm with Nolan on this one. I'm
Yeah.
sticking with DreamWorks.
Okay.
Because of Shrek.
Because of Shrek.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't live my life not watching
Shrek,
Shrek.
yeah, Shrek carries.
Shrek carries all day.
Can I look at Shrek memes if I choose Pixar?
No.
No.
Oh.
You
Like,
have to leave it all behind.
we
Yeah.
can't consume any DreamWorks.
Shrek
No.
in a bikini, you can't see that anymore.
God,
I don't know. That might make me switch.
That might be
it,
a deal
it,
breaker.
it should, it should.
It really should.
It's
It's really
Pixar,
put on the
Pixar
table.
all the way.
All right,
Yeah.
so we picked our franchises. What's your favorite movie coming from those
Ooh.
studios?
That is hard.
I'll start off. For me, it's Monsters Inc.
Oh, let's
Ooh,
go.
Okay.
Goated movie.
Goated movie.
Monsters Inc. or Monsters University?
Monsters Inc.
Okay.
It's one of like the only animated movies to ever actually make me cry.
Dang. That's fair. Oh my gosh.
Like, dude,
yes.
that ending went hard. Like it
Dude.
was heart wrenching, dude. It was good.
I saw this meme that it was like that scene, and the caption was when your little brother burns down your Minecraft mansion and you have to leave him in the Nether, and it's like
I did see that
he
as well.
runs
Yeah.
into the Nether, and it's like, oh yeah, and you're just like looking at him like so sad as you close the door. Oh gosh, yeah, no, that's a good movie. What about you, Ethan?
Ooh, that's hard.
Could we guess Cars?
I mean, Cars is so good, but like, I'm probably gonna have to go with Up.
Up. Okay, that's a good choice. Off
That
topic.
opening sequence from
Oh
Up.
my god, that entire movie is so sad.
It is very sad. It's very underrated. I feel.
Yeah, no,
I would
that's-
feel like it's very fairly rated.
I don't know. I
I've-
feel like I don't hear like enough people talking about it sometimes.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's a great movie. Okay, what about you, Nolan? DreamWorks. What you got going for it?
Kung Fu Panda.
Oh,
I
banger.
And
that is a fire movie.
right behind that, Megamind.
Okay, that's
Oh
good. That's
my
good.
god.
DreamWorks is
Let's
goated.
go.
And then-
I
and
might
then-
have to switch.
I got
You
one.
are leaving behind
Dude.
some good movies.
I got one more.
How to Change-
Madagascar.
Oh,
I'm not excited about Madagascar.
No.
And
dude.
and I think if I remember correctly, the B movie was DreamWorks too.
Oh,
Was
well.
it?
dude,
I think it was.
I'll say this
Just-
also: How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train
Yes.
Your Dragon.
Oh,
Yes.
dude.
Yes.
That was good. It was really good.
I'm gonna have to switch.
Turbo,
Sorry, Cars.
Penguins, Rise of the Guardians
Boss Baby.
was DreamWorks.
Okay, I can live without Boss Baby.
Yeah, okay.
I think we can all live without Boss
Yeah.
Baby.
I am switching to DreamWorks.
Monsters vs. Aliens, DreamWorks.
Mm-hmm.
Flushed Away
Flushed away.
was DreamWorks.
Flushed away.
Dude, DreamWorks was goated. Yep. So I would say DreamWorks favorite film from that would have to be Shrek, of course.
Okay.
It just doesn't get Shrek or Megamind. Those are two that
I'm taking
are
Kung Fu
right
Panda.
there.
I'm gonna switch to DreamWorks and pick How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
How to Train Your Dragon is very close,
Okay.
but for me, it's still Kung Fu Panda.
This is actually going into possibly next episode, which I don't want to get too heated about, but they're coming out with a live action How to Train Your Dragon.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I
I
feel
also
about
don't
that
know how
either.
to feel about that.
Just don't ruin something that's already perfect.
Right?
Exactly.
That
Right.
trilogy is one of the best trilogies in film.
Dude,
Entire
it's
entire
so
childhood.
Talk
Right
about
there.
crying on an animated movie, bro. Those
Dude.
movies made me bawl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's actually going to be our next episode. We're going to talk about live action remakes because we got a lot coming out.
Yeah. Tons.
Tons of
And
them.
we've already had a lot come out as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So it's going to be interesting. All right. So real quick, I want you guys to answer this question. Favorite genre of film and what you would want to make in that genre. What kind of movie you would want to make in that genre. So Nolan, you can go first.
I like action movies, just general like slapstick action movies.
Okay.
Like Six Underground, one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
Ooh,
Really,
okay.
really like stuff like that. John Wick, really hype movies like that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as a project that I would want to work on is anything involving some form of like automotive, so what cars, bikes, planes, whatever it is, just using like heavy, like automotive based stunts. I want to work on a lot of stuff like that.
Perfect.
So general action films.
Are you a
Okay,
big Fast
okay.
and Furious fan?
The earlier ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once they
That's fair.
once they
Most
put a
pe-
car
most
in,
people
yeah.
are.
Once they put a
Transformers?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. Fast and Furious. Once they put a car in Pontiac Fiero into early orbit and kind of lost me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I
You
feel
ca-
like once Vin Diesel lifted a car with his just bare
Yeah.
hands.
Like
That was the most
Lost me.
believable thing from the series, I think. I was like, yeah, he could do that.
yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Maybe
Yeah.
if it was The Rock. Actually, if it was The Rock,
yeah,
I'd be like,
I
that.
can believe that.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Vin Diesel? No.
Yeah, it's like once you get to episode 5, it's like, okay, this is now a Mission Impossible type movie.
Fast
rather
5.
than,
I don't know.
you
I really like Fast 5.
Oh no, it's a fantastic film. It's just it gives me more Mission Impossible vibes. Whereas
Yeah,
like the
okay.
first 4 were more like
Just
cars
racing,
and
yeah,
racing,
yeah.
and now it's like
Yeah.
family, save the world, and then like cinematic like action poses.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing
That's
wrong.
fair.
Nothing wrong with that, but it's just the way they decided to go.
All right, what about you, Oscar?
For me, I'm really big into sports movies. I'm a big sports guy.
Okay. Okay.
So if I had to pick a project to like make a movie off of, probably something like The Blind Side, like taking a certain player's backstory and making a movie based off of it.
That'd be fire.
Okay. I actually really like that.
What is your favorite sports movie?
I'll give you top 3: Blind Side, Longest Yard, and Little Giants.
Okay, okay.
I like it.
So big
Have you
football
seen-
bias.
Have you seen, this was kind of a recent film, American Underdog
American Underdog.
with Zachary Levi?
Zachary Levi? Yes, I have.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Oh, I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was good.
Then
It
again,
didn't, it didn't focus a lot on the sport. It was definitely a character piece, but I thought it was really good. I liked that it incorporated the history of football, not the history of it, but like the encompassing of what was it called, stadium football or
Arena football, I think.
arena football. Like I thought that was cool. Like you don't get a movie about arena
Yeah,
football,
no.
really. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Okay. So I feel that. I feel that. That'd be sick. So we got action movies involving automobiles coming from Nolan. We got another banger sports film coming from Oscar. I think we got some good stuff coming.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be interesting. All right. Well, I think that might be it. I think that might be the
I
end
think
of our
that's the
topics.
episode.
I think that's the episode. Anything you want to say, Ethan?
I love each and every one of you. Read your Bible, and
Amen.
we will see you guys hopefully next week.
Yes, but before you go, actually, if you want to be on the podcast, if you would like to come on and promote your own short film or indie film, whatever you want to call it, or maybe just promote your own business, like you're a freelancer or whatever you want to do, DM us at the podcast GCU on Instagram.
Yep.
And let us know, and we would love to have you on. So yeah, I think that's it. So next time we might be talking about live action remakes. We might be talking about something else. Who knows? The world is young, and I'm tired. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening, and have a good night.
See you guys. Bye.